Part 1. White Clouds. Red Wolf Moon. The flame
the
in the
wolf moon.
darkness. Hoarfrost now graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill blown in from the north of Fargus blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the red wolves are back on the prowl.
Dun, 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 red wolves. Give me my allowance. Oh, wait, what? Support already?
Hey, Teach. I see you're as stony-faced as usual. I can't tell if you're feeling resigned or if you're just lost in thought.
Bill!
Or maybe you simply don't care about anything that's going on. Oh, sorry. I really didn't mean to be rude. I just find you fascinating.
Liar!
Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about.
What?
Can you spare some time?
No.
That's just the sort of attitude I'd expect from a new teacher. Speaking of, before you came here, you were a mercenary, right? Oh, it's a bit unusual that you suddenly decided to become a teacher.
I was forced into it.
In any case, I've been meaning to ask, did your father teach you how to fight? Is that so? Well, I'm sure you grew up watching his fighting style, even if he didn't teach you directly.
Yep.
It must
Actually, I
have
had
been
no
hard
clue.
on your mother
Speaking
when
it
you
up.
followed in your father's footsteps and became a mercenary too. I see. I suppose you grew up moving from battlefield to battlefield with your father then.
Yep.
You know, for someone who's right around the same age as me, you certainly have an unusual amount of composure. I guess it's only natural that you'd be different from young nobles who grew up in the lap of luxury.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even so, I am heir to House Regan, the leading family of the Alliance.
Oh, how's rude.
But I didn't exactly grow up in luxury like most people of noble blood. Hey, maybe that's why you and I get along so well.
Maybe.
Folks like us should stick together. As house leader, I'll do all I can to help you out. We can start by making time for more little chats like this.
I'm like, really? Gotta talk to him now.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
Who knows?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake.
Yeah, nothing's impossible.
With symptoms
think-
that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
Ooh.
You're talking about Ramire Village, aren't you, Manuela?
He knows.
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
He heard everything.
Everything, after you mentioned
Told
that
you.
it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Ramire Village.
My child and I? That's all you see me as?
If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the knights, hear what they have to say.
Wow, sound more enthusiastic, why don't you?
I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela. You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Remire Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us.
Ooh.
You're saying no? Well, aren't you just a great big bore?
Nice try, but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
Moving out!
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald.
Goodbye.
Professor.
I'll be in my office making preparations. What about you? If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the knights.
Okay. What's with the hood beam?
Hey!
Okay, it just collapsed.
If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Maybe? What's going on with me?
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness?
Oh, so this is your
I felt
fault.
it too. Actually, I felt that way before.
Okay, well, sort of great. Oh, he passed out. Awesome. I'm gonna teach. Professional teacher here. Okay, well, you're gonna learn more about the bell. Grace. Yeah! Now you won't learn more. Boo! Did not mean to do that. Why do you not want to learn that much? Learn about the spear!
What?
And its origins, and that's it. Okay. Raphael, learn how to punch! And that's it, I guess. I got you up in bow, so let's work on your sword skills. That be as a soldier. Let's work more on the dark magic still.
Don't stop.
Okay. And I should have maybe waited a little bit longer. Let's change things. Let's go with hostess. Yeah, no one's very good at this. Okay. I need to get your happiness up again, so you do it. And you do because I sort of ignored you. Oh yeah, she has like no motivation right now. I think you should keep it as that for now. She doesn't get A in one of the magic things. Switch it to a weapon so she can fall back on something. Because if you're in battles later on, I might run out of magic, so that's not going to be good. Alright, teach!
Professor, may I?
Do this.
That is not very helpful.
I'm sorry! And yet my professor ring still gives out. No, you're... I'm teaching.
Tomas doesn't seem to be here. Oh well, that's fine.
Okay, we're in the library?
I've been researching the hero's relics a lot since we last spoke to him. I found out something interesting. Why? Do you really have to ask? Trust me, what really matters is what I found out.
Okay.
It's about the connection between crests and the hero's relics.
Alright.
The crest stone of each relic is carved with a specific crest, the one that has the ability to wield it properly.
Okay.
The crests are the keys. You need the right one to safely use a hero's relic.
Got it.
The only thing I can't figure out is, why doesn't the sword of the creator have a crest stone bearing a crest?
Huh. Good point.
Hey now, no need to write off my findings by saying it's a mere whim of the goddess. There's more.
Fine.
I believe the crest stones might be the source of the relic's inhuman power.
Inhuman power?
When Miklon transformed into a black beast, he was taken over by something that originated from the crest
Oh
stone.
yeah! Oh, that was like so long ago.
And the crest stone was on his body. It all seems to add up. Now, look at this
Math,
creature
it's
I found in
adding
the
up.
library. That creature is called the Immaculate One, who was supposedly sent by the goddess to save the followers of Saros. You see the pattern on its brow and the faint circular boundary? Isn't it possible that's a crest stone?
Possibly.
If all this is true, then crest stones are what power the ability to assume massive forms, like that of the Immaculate One.
The Immaculate One.
And maybe the hero's relics can harness that transformative power.
Oh, it is you. Have you seen Tomas recently?
Nope.
No such luck. I was hoping to speak with him myself, but he seems to be out on the town.
I see. Well.
It was in the library. Why do you ask? Is it something my youthful eyes shouldn't be seeing?
No, of course not. However, that is not part of this library's collection. It must belong to Tomas. It would be problematic if it got mixed in with the other books. I will take possession of it for now.
Take it away where no one can see it, you mean?
Ooh.
What was that?
You heard him.
Well, that's what Tomas said. He said records that the monastery doesn't approve of tend to disappear.
Tomas said that? Preposterous. I have far too much to accomplish to waste time with this foolishness.
You hiding something? Well, we know they're hiding something.
He was certainly in a hurry. I wonder if he's off to confront Tomas. Well, he took the picture, so I guess that's that for now. I'll see you later, Teach.
Don't worry.
So, the church is hiding something after all. Some massive secret about relics and crests. A secret that must have something to do with the professor's true identity.
Up, maybe we can find out who I am. I don't even know who I am. Up, back to teaching. Teach. Learn.
Much appreciated.
Giving you flowers. You're welcome.
With you, I can. Well then, let's get to it.
Watch that horse.
We did a fine job.
Woohoo!
I've got a grasp on this.
How'd you get whatever? I got a grasp how to wash a horse.
I'm getting it.
Good job, you learned something. No one else did. Okay, now before we continue, I forgot to do this last time, so this may take a while. Not that. Oh boy, got a lot of supports to get through. I mean a lot.
Claude!
Yeah,
didn't
Claude,
you say
you
anything?
snuck on him.
You were praying so fervently, I didn't want to interrupt.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I wasn't praying.
Oh.
No? What then?
I was just thinking about the goddess.
That's weird.
Were you now? Fascinating. Please, go on.
Not here. Let's go somewhere else.
So, you were pondering the existence of the goddess then?
Yes. All right, consider this. The archives here have all kinds of texts about the goddess, right?
Uh-huh.
But when people tell stories of the goddess, it's only myths and legends that glorify her.
Yep.
They probably hope to rake in more followers by glorifying the goddess as much as possible. That would be why the church tends to quietly shove all of their more questionable records under some secret rug somewhere.
Claude, don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
Then what did you say?
I was just wondering what the goddess looks like.
Well, if I'm correct, she has green hair, and she has a tail because she's part dragon.
That's the kind of thing I like to think about.
What the goddess looks like? Well, I suppose if she really exists, she probably looks a lot like us.
If I'm correct, she does not.
In fact, she probably wouldn't be so different from that old woman working here in the dining hall.
What? Claude, please stop. The goddess I imagine is absolutely beautiful.
How rude of you, Ignatz. I'm sure that old woman was lovely back in her day.
How did they... Oh well, this is starting off great.
Claude?
Oh, she says his name.
Oh, Marianne. Have the gods taken pity on my lost soul and revealed a sign to me? I've been researching the 10 elites of Fodlan, but I can't tell fact from fiction. Anyhow, what can I help you with?
Well, I found this pendant, and I think it's yours.
Ooh, a pendant.
Ah, right you are. Yeah, honestly, I'd resigned myself to never seeing it again.
Huh.
It's a keepsake from my uncle, who has passed on. If I truly lost it, my grandfather would have had my head. Thanks for returning it to me, Marianne. You saved my tail.
Please, it was nothing. I should be...
No, I think that's enough researching for today. Why don't you join me for a nice chat?
Ooh.
I just came to deliver the pendant.
Sounds awfully lonely to only talk to those whom you have business with. Do you really dislike talking to people that much?
It's just... I never know what to say. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. We'll figure it out as we go. Tell me, are you like this with your father too? Within the Alliance, Margrave Edmund is prone to debate. With a father like that, I would have thought...
Margrave Edmund is my adoptive father.
Okay.
Oh, is he? I didn't know. Where were you born?
So, she didn't see him as a father, I guess? Yeah. Oh, I continue.
That is none of your concern. I really must be going.
She's hiding something, that much is clear.
Pretty much everyone is here. Who's really not on something?
But that just makes me all the more desperate to know her secrets.
Support up!
Is the water supposed to be this cold? God, my hand slipped again.
Man, too bad they couldn't animate that.
Hey, what's that noise? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
She's like, oh boy, what's this?
Another fine mess I've gotten myself into.
What happened, Claude? You're soaked.
The student whose turn it was to do the dishes today was ill, so I volunteered to take his place.
Dare that student be ill.
The dining hall lady was on my case the whole time for breaking plates and getting water everywhere. Actually, not everywhere, mostly on myself. It was just one big mess. wore me right out, too. I could really use a nap about now.
You might be a noble with a fancy bloodline, but you sure don't act the part.
Being noble or common doesn't have anything to do with washing dishes.
Yeah, what does that have to do? Explain yourself.
Oh, I dare say most nobles would refuse to do it.
Ah, I guess that's true.
But hey, I prefer it your way. You don't act like you're better than everyone.
I'm honored that you acknowledge my greatness. And I'm rather fond of your blunt way of praising a person's strengths, too.
Really? To be honest, I don't actually trust my own ability to read people.
Ah, that's confident.
I like to look for the good in them, but that doesn't always mean it's really there. I mean, you seem like a good person, but your heart could be black for all I know.
You say you can't figure people out, but what you said just now was pretty shrewd. It's wise not to trust appearances alone.
I'll keep that in mind. Though, I'm not sure I should be taking advice from someone covered in dish suds.
What?
Ah, I see your point.
Alright. 1 down. 7 to go. I mean 6 to go. Yeah, 6. Okay.
May I join you?
Hey, Lawrence. You here to eat? It looks like you barely grabbed anything.
Please, this amount will suffice for me. There's no need to compare our portions.
Why not, Lawrence?
No wonder you're so skinny. My little sis eats more than you.
Ooh.
Come on, have some of mine. You need it more than I do.
You offer me half-eaten scraps? The nerve! With manners like that, even a nobleman would be an absolute disgrace. Have you no dignity?
Nope, not really.
You're pretty touchy, huh? It's probably just because you're hungry.
Raphael, please, do you mind? I cannot enjoy the simple pleasure of a meal in these conditions.
Why can't you enjoy your meal? You don't like what's on the menu? You wait here. I'll go to the kitchen and find something tastier for you.
Yeah, give it a fail.
That won't be necessary. Please, just let me eat. In peace.
Never.
Alone.
I don't think you get it, Lawrence. Nothing goes with a meal better than good company. If leading the Alliance is your goal, you should really try eating with other people first.
I'm afraid I fail to see the connection between leadership and dining.
If you want to be a leader, you have to know how to get along with different types of people.
That's true, though. He is right.
If you really want to get to know someone, all you have to do is share a meal with them.
Maybe that's not the best idea, but it works out for me.
Quite the contrary,
With
unfortunately.
support in this
It
game.
seems the more
Like, I
time
hate you.
spend
Oh, you
eating
gave me
with
food? I love you.
The less likely we are to become friends.
The more you eat with someone, the more you learn about them. Their likes, their dislikes, you know? You might get some of their food that way too. You can eat more and bulk up. All that talking made me hungry again. I'm gonna go get seconds.
Why do you look so upset?
What an absolute bother. But I suppose he does have a point about observations of character at the dinner table.
What? Whew.
Ignatz, let us take a short break. I will pour tea. Please choose a
Ooh,
teapot
pull
for
up the
us to
tea.
You want me to pick one? I don't see any other Ignatz around here, do you? Go on now, we're wasting time.
Don't see any other ones. Nope.
The pots are over here. I will leave the selection to your judgment. Let's see. How about this? That's rather plain. Why did you choose that one?
Because he wanted to.
The tea you chose has a very subtle taste, as well as a smooth, light texture. Such an unassuming tea calls for an unassuming pot, and one that complements the tea's color.
Okay.
In addition, the pot I selected has a floral design. Although we can't go for a walk today, we can still bask a little in nature's beauty.
Very interesting. You know, you have an absolutely marvelous aesthetic eye. Precisely what I would expect from the son of a merchant house that has enjoyed the Gloucester's patronage for so many years. After we graduate, when you begin your trade in earnest, I will introduce you to my father.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
He's like,
I'm
no!
afraid I'm already on the path to becoming a knight.
Ah, right, you are a second son. Still, your eye for beauty is a talent that should not go to waste. Very well. If you are to be a knight, then I shall happily take you into my service.
I actually did make him a knight, so yeah.
Ah, well...
What? Does that displease you?
Not at all. I just need a little time to think it over.
His eye for the arts is unwavering, but in all other matters he is woefully indecisive.
Support! Okay.
Hello, Marianne. You're well, I hope?
I am Lawrence. Thank you.
I cannot help but notice you do not look it.
Is that so? I feel fine.
There's a great conversation right now. Oh man, it's riveting.
Was there something you needed?
How unseemly of me. My apologies. It is not my intention to stare.
Does something about me seem off?
Oh, not at all. I was just remembering your father. Or rather, comparing my experience of him to you.
Ooh, she does not like that.
Your father, Margrave Edmund. He is one of the shrewdest nobles in all the Alliance, with a noted gift for pointed speech. On and beyond the battlefield, his words have the power to move friend and foe alike. My own father has said he would not want to make an enemy of him. Naturally, I am of the same mind.
She is really disappointed right now.
Your father is blessed with gifts of confidence and eloquence. Yet compared to him, you seem always reticent and downcast.
Oh wow, jeez, make it better, why don't you?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause you discomfort. It's just that the contrast between you and your father is striking.
I have very little in common with my adoptive father.
But he sent you to Garrick Mach. Clearly, he sees potential in you. I think I see it too. Yes, a certain charm, gravitas, if you will. Just like him. Oh.
I can't say that I know too much about him. I should be going now.
Yes, of course. Please, take care.
Good job, Lawrence.
Oh, such grace, such serenity. How could such a beauty be hiding in plain sight? With a little polish, she would shine magnificently.
Wait, what? Okay. Support up. You know, I really don't get how half these even have support ups. Seriously.
Lawrence, at it again.
Hello, Hilda. Are you training too? If that's the case, I may have to revise my opinion of you. Increased strength and skill would serve as perfect complements to your beauty and esteemed lineage.
No, I just left something here. I don't share your tireless work ethic. You're quite something. I don't think I've ever seen you take a break.
When the fate of all the Alliance rests on your shoulders, the rigors of training seem paltry by comparison.
Huh. Yeah, that's true.
Besides, when my admirers see that even an individual of my talent possesses a diligent work ethic, it is sure to inspire them.
I see, but I was wondering... Never mind, you're clearly busy.
Oh, is there something you require? What do you need? There is nothing I cannot handle.
But the trouble is, I'm no good at fighting. I'm a fragile young lady, not a fearsome warrior. I didn't even want to join the academy, honestly. My brother made me.
Of course. For a delicate flower such as yourself, no doubt battle must present a terrible hardship.
Oh my god, Loon, she's such an idiot.
It does. It truly does. So, I was wondering if, in the next training session, you do my fighting for me?
Wow.
I mean, I can put on a tough, I'm actually fighting kind of air, but that's not quite enough on its own.
Please, leave all of the difficulty to me. I shall permit no harm to befall you.
Ah, I'm so happy. In that case, I'll focus on giving a convincingly soldierly performance.
You do that.
You know, Lawrence, you're a good guy. Not that I'd have expected anything less from a noble.
With each of your foes that I vanquish, I shall only become ever stronger. Yes, leave it all to me.
What a guy. And all I had to do was ask. Maybe I'll have a snack.
Oh boy. Wait, was that all? Wait a minute. Go up. Okay.
Hey, Lawrence, got a minute?
Certainly. I trust you're well?
Doing great. I found a load of old weapons. Just got done hauling them out of
Ah,
storage.
old.
Old weapons, you say? If there are any interesting swords in there, I would love to see them.
They might only be good for training, but with a little care, who knows? Here, have some oil.
I knows.
And why exactly are you giving this to me?
Like I said, they need a little care. With a bit of maintenance, some of these will really shine.
Yes, I heard you. So why did you give me the oil?
Because.
It's for polishing, Lawrence. Don't tell me you've never polished a weapon before.
Wait, what? You trained, but.
But that is hardly a task befitting someone of my station.
Ah, okay, yeah, now it makes more sense.
If you had an exquisite blade, something of real historical significance to complement my noble heritage, that would be another matter.
In that case, appraise while you polish, you're bound to find something good working through these.
This seems as fine an occasion as any to air my grievances. I am a highborn noble. As such, it is my sworn duty to protect the common folk. I have no time for trivialities.
Okay.
What's more, you seem to be under the misapprehension that you can order me about. Please think carefully about how you speak to me.
I'm not ordering you around, and I'm not talking to you as a noble either. I'm asking you to help me with this, as a friend.
As a friend.
I am your friend, but I am also a noble. Those two qualities are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, they not?
Oh, good. Let's get to it then, buddy.
Watch yourself into that one. Right.
Yes! Time for food! Hey, Ignatz! Is this seat taken?
Oh, hey, Raphael. I'm done eating, so you can sit here if you like.
Really? But there's still food on your plate.
It's fine. I'm not that hungry. Anyway, I guess I'll be heading off.
Come on, Ignatz, have some backbone.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ignatz! Wanna train with me?
Oh my, that equipment's looking rusty. Let me fetch some oil.
What's the matter? It always looks like that. Come on, we'll take care of it later.
Nope, you have to do it as soon as you notice. There's oil in the warehouse. I'll be right back.
Man, poor
Hey,
Raphael
Ignatz.
right now with Ignatz. You turning away.
Hello, Raphael.
Are you busy? I need to talk to you.
No, that's... Oh, almost forgot. It's time to return this book to the library. I'll just...
Hey, hold up. Are you seriously gonna keep running away from me?
Probably.
What? No, I'm not running.
Wonderful colors.
Yes, you are. Every time I try to talk to you, you make up some excuse and run. What's going on? You were a lot friendlier to me when we were kids. You were always so excited to show me all the neat stuff you had whenever I came to visit. We'd play hide and seek with my little sis, draw pictures, and do other fun stuff too. Remember?
Things can't be the way they were. It's
regrettable? What's there to regret?
I mean, you know, what happened to your parents?
Ooh, we're getting down a dark path, I guess.
My parents are the reason your parents died.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? My parents died in an accident while traveling for work.
Okay.
Maybe so, but they were taking over for mine. Because they had other business.
Hey, now I'm starting to piece it together.
So, they recommended yours to fill in for them.
Huh. I didn't know that. But what does that have to do with our friendship?
No, but see,
Oh, I see. But we're done talking about this. You gotta stop beating yourself up over it. It was an accident.
He's just putting on a brave face.
Support up!
This theory just isn't coming together. The thought behind it is sound enough, but...
Hey, Lysithea! Your forehead's all wrinkled. You look tense. Is something wrong? You know you can tell your big bro you know you can tell me anything, right?
Raphael, while I appreciate your offer, I'm not so sure you'll be much help here.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Oh, are you researching something complicated? In that case, yeah, you're probably right.
At least he admits it.
Is there something else I can help you with? I'm really good at other things, like training.
I have absolutely zero interest in such things.
Wow.
I have an idea. Do you want to get real good at playing tag? I can teach you.
Okay, how to get better at tag? She's not amused at all.
There's a trick to it that most people don't know. Like to not get tagged and stuff.
Okay, wow. Good advice. She's like,
It's too sunny to spend all day inside studying. Come on, Big Bro's gonna take you outside.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't you see I'm busy? Go bother someone else. What nerve you have too calling yourself Big Bro, like I'm your little sister or some nonsense. Just cut the act.
Did I really say that out loud?
Anyway, my grades are miles better than yours.
jeez.
If you want to play the part of Big Brother, you probably benefit from studying way, way more.
Like I said, I'm really good at other things. Just not classroom learning.
I don't blame you.
I can't stand all the excuses. Clearly, you're the little kid here.
Jeez.
You got all that? Now don't bother me again. Understood? Bye.
She must be going through a rebellious phase.
Yeah. Support up somehow. Okay. Next. Ah.
Hey, Marianne, what you eating? Mind if I join you? I'm starving.
Huh? Oh,
All my favorite dishes are on the menu today. I might have grabbed too much. You want some?
no thanks.
All you've got on your plate are leaves. Are you sure that'll fill you up?
I'm done eating now. I have to go.
Man, you and Ignat's like a perfect match.
Huh? You're already done eating? But there's still food on your plate. Hey, Marianne!
Oh, is that so? I'm so happy you found all of that food. A little gray starling told me that you can find berries if you fly out toward the mountains.
Oh, I found Marianne. I didn't know she spent her time here. It sounds like she's talking to someone.
What's that? You want to try some nectar from the flowers in the
He
greenhouse?
talks bird.
That I guess you could try it if I'm already there. Otherwise, you might get locked in.
Hey, Marianne, who are you talking to? Huh?
There goes the bird.
Oh, the birdie flew off.
Yes, it looks like he has. What are you doing here, Raphael?
You were acting a little strange when we were eating earlier, so I wanted to check on you. I was worried.
That's sweet of you, but I'm fine.
Are you sure? Well, that's good to hear. As long as... Wait a minute! Were you just talking to a bird?
Excuse me?
I knew it! You can talk to birds! I'm right, aren't I?
Yes.
That's incredible! This place is full of interesting folks. But I didn't think anyone spoke birdie.
No, that's not it. This bird just happened to be speaking human.
Amazing! I hope I get to meet a bird who speaks human one day.
Yeah, they're so nice.
Right. Then this goes here.
Hello, Raphael. What exactly are you doing with that piece of wood?
Hey, Hilda. I'm just doing this.
With your bare hands. Impressive that just the outer ring is left. It makes quite a nice circle.
Yeah. I just gotta polish it up and paint it. Then the base of the necklace will be ready.
Sorry, did you say necklace?
I think you stuttered.
How's it look? I bet it's the right size, too. And this tree bark smells amazing. Now I just need to carve these boar tusks to hang from it.
Boar tusks?
I almost forgot. I was gonna add these wolf claws, too. And I could even add some color to them.
And wolf claws?
Huh? Is something wrong, Hilda?
That necklace. It has a certain, rustic charm?
You're right. It really does. Want me to make you one while I'm at it?
Ooh, yeah, bigger one.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to trouble you. Besides, I think it would look better on you than on me.
It would definitely look good on me. But this one's actually a birthday present for my little sis.
For your sister? I mean, don't you think she might like something more feminine? Something cute?
Something cute? What's wrong with something tough and rugged? This necklace is gonna have tusks and claws and stuff.
But girls don't usually go for tusks and claws and stuff. There should be flowers or gems or... Here, I can talk you through it. If you're making a necklace for your sister, you might try putting a pretty little flower in a small crystal bottle and sealing it with resin.
If you say so. But where would I find a flower that was pretty enough?
Oh, honestly, I don't know much about flowers, but now that I think about it, I remember hearing about a splendid flower that only blooms near Fodlan's throat.
Fodlan's throat. That's on the eastern edge of the Alliance. I'd have to leave now if I'm gonna make it back in time.
Yeah, that does seem like a bit of a stretch. Okay, let me think. Where'd he go?
He just wanted to go find it.
No map.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I gotta say, she's sort of like the mom of the group. I went too far down.
I think I'm gonna pass out.
Also, I meant to do Raphael's next one. Oops.
Oh, Lysithia? You're really pale. Yeah, I've been feeling really queasy all morning. I'm just heading back to my quarters to rest. Can you even make it there in that state? Here, climb on my back. I'll carry. What? No. Always worried about looking like a kid. No time for that now. Just get on. I'm feeling a bit better now. I should be okay from here. Thank you so much, Leonie. I hope I wasn't too heavy. Was I?
No, not at all. Actually made for a fun bit of training.
Training?
Yeah, carrying someone around is good for the legs. You're just the right weight for it, too. I might ask you to help me train again sometime. Anything can be a kind of training with the right attitude, you know?
Wow, you really look at training like it's...
Are you always thinking about training?
I think so.
Well, I can't devote all my time purely to training. So it's more efficient if I can train while I get other stuff done at the same time.
Wouldn't that actually be rather inefficient?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, for example, if you're training for endurance, it seems running would be a better approach. If you're only ever training by cramming it in with other tasks, you won't be getting the best results. I'm no expert on the subject, but even I can logic that one out.
Come to think of it, you do always seem to stick to a pretty rigid schedule, don't you? I've noticed that you focus completely on whatever it is you've set out to do. Then you switch to something else and focus completely on that.
Okay.
You've noticed, have you?
Someone noticed.
Now that I think about it, you may be right. Maybe that is the more efficient way to do things. Hey, you're really bright, Lysithia. Thanks so much for the helpful advice.
That was sweet of Leonie to check on me and carry me all the way to my quarters. And in the end, I just lectured her. She did thank me for it, but... I probably could have handled that better.
Probably. Didn't mean to do you, so at least not yet.
Hey, Leonie, are you just getting back? Whoa, what's with the bag? It's huge!
Oh, this? I thought I'd get all my chores done at once. Guess it got a little out of hand. Sorry to be a pain, but could you help me out?
I'm happy to help. Where'd you go to get all this stuff?
Well, first it was just the cloth scraps from the tailor, and then it was the used oil from a restaurant in town.
Alright.
After that, it was the books the scholars didn't know what to do with. I mean, that was just on the way.
Whoa, it sounds like you did a lot of running around today.
It wasn't so bad. I just figured it would save time if I did it all in one trip.
You planned all that out? Impressive! What are you gonna do with all that stuff you got?
The scraps will be good for dishcloths, and I can make soap from the oil. The books are just to help with my studies.
You really can't let anything go to waste, can you?
Not really.
Nope. Can't stand the idea.
Yeah, that was right.
Who knew you were so thoughtful? I mean, with actual thinking ahead. You're so generous to everyone and always making me food. I never knew how much thought you must put into it.
I cook to relax, and it's nice seeing how enthusiastic you get about eating what I make. Whatever I give away is just the stuff that isn't useful to me. I pick up all sorts of things when I'm in town. Giving things like that to people who need them or who can actually use them makes sure they aren't wasted.
That makes sense. You've got to use up the stuff you've got, after all. Hey, do you think you're like this because you didn't have much growing up?
I guess times were tough now that you mention it. The folks in my village definitely aren't rich. My dad had to go through a lot of trouble to get the recommendations I needed to attend the academy.
Ooh. Not good.
That doesn't mean I've grown up to be stingy. It just means I don't like to squander.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, enough of that. It's in poor taste to go on about your own hardships. I've always got time for a meal with a friend, and it so happens I picked up some choice meat today. Why don't we share it?
Now you're speaking my language.
Alright. Oh boy. So we're talking.
Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something? Yes? It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals.
Like, why me?
I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. What do you think would be the best strategy to... are you listening, Marianne?
I was listening. I just don't think I can really...
I was listening, just was zoning out.
For crying out loud! Why do you always have to admit defeat before even giving yourself a chance?
Oh boy.
My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me.
This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you
Even
encounter.
though she's yelling, she's really not that wrong.
Well,
Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense?
I just...
Just nothing. Now you listen to me for a moment. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own, perhaps more grave than yours, if you can imagine.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not the only one who has such troubles to contend with. Everyone does. That's why it's so important to maintain a positive outlook and do what we can. Each time we find the light in the dark, we grow, bit by bit. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on?
Wow. That actually got a lot more lighthearted than I expected.
Lysithea, I envy your confidence and strength.
Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you?
Yes. Well, maybe someday.
The time is now! This is your moment!
Oh, okay.
That's more like it. Now to start, why don't you help me out by answering my questions about wild animals?
Oh, back to the animals.
I'll certainly try my best.
That's the spirit. I don't get to know about animals though. Man, I wouldn't know about animals, but no. Okay, pretty sure everyone's gonna have one review because
Being kicked
no
must
one
have
did
hurt,
before.
didn't it, Dorte? Do they think you won't gallop unless you're in pain?
That's who said. Okay.
It must be difficult letting those brutes ride you.
Hey, Marianne, what are you up to?
Talking to who's? What about you?
Nothing.
Really? I was sure I heard you talking to someone. By the way, are you free right now?
Is there something you need?
I was about to go buy towels and soap, but the girls saddled me with all these specific requests. They want it all to look cute or to smell a certain way, but all that's just nonsense to me. I've always made my own towels out of old scraps and soap from used cooking oil. I've never given it much thought beyond that.
Oh,
But I've noticed you've got some really nice things. So you have an eye for that stuff, right?
Maybe?
Obviously, I give you all the credit, and I'm sure everyone would be really grateful for your help.
no. I don't deserve that kind of praise.
Really? I don't think that's true. Come on, you'll be doing me a big favor.
Come on, Marianne.
My adoptive father tells me I shouldn't stray too
Ah,
far.
hear how long this has been. Should have done suppose more often. You just keep on going.
That's nonsense. You've got to get some fresh air now and again.
I should stay. Besides, I wouldn't be much help. I don't think anyone would like whatever I pick out anyway. It would all go to waste. And I'm sure that having me around would just cause you misfortune, Leonie.
Are you serious?
What is wrong with that hoose's head? Did they not animate it or something? Look, it just keeps going.
I should stay here by myself.
Now, hold on just a second.
Let's just see that Manville sailor.
You'll cause me misfortune? What kind of backwards talk is that?
Defend Woodstock if you think about it?
If you really don't want me around, then at least come out and say it straight. I'm sorry for the unwelcome invitation. Don't worry, I won't make the same mistake again.
Wow. Support. I don't get how else these are supports. Oh wait, I forgot to do him. Start off great.
Hey, Ignatz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Ready to start cleaning?
No, that's all right. Actually, I'm just finishing up.
Oh, it's true. Look how tidy everything is. You've done such a marvelous job. I'm glad I didn't get in your way.
Thank you very much. So anyway, you can go now. You were talking to your friend, right? I just have some things to put away. It's okay, I can manage without you.
Oh, Ignatz, I thought I saw someone earlier. That was you, wasn't it?
Yep.
You know, I'd have been willing to help. You could have just said, hey, let's go and clean.
It's all right, you were having a conversation. I didn't want to sneak up like I was eavesdropping, and really, I didn't need help.
Oh, Ignatz, you darling. You're so considerate. Thank you so very much.
Glad to be of service. I'll start putting all this away.
Not so fast.
Well, what's the matter?
Aren't you overdoing it? Don't you think you might be taking on too much,
Yeah, she may not want to work, but...
Oh, I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Let me give you some advice. It's true that I like to delegate as many tasks as I possibly can.
Wow, you don't say.
But when someone helps me, I make sure to lavish them with praise as a reward for their hard work. So, then we come out even. On the other hand, look what almost happened just now. You did all that work for me, and I almost missed it. Now, where would that leave you? With no praise, no thanks. You'd be losing out.
Personally, I'd prefer to lose out, rather than inconvenience someone else. For instance, I'd have felt terrible for intruding on your important conversation earlier.
Yeah, boy. You may need to get some backbone.
Consider the negligible loss to me versus the major inconvenience to you. Personal loss is always going to be the better choice, right?
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm not sure how to convince you otherwise.
Okay. So it looks like only two more supports.
Here's the map you... Well, there's always next time, I suppose.
Hey, Ignatz, didn't you have something to talk to the professor about?
Oh no, nothing urgent. You didn't cut short your conversation because of me, did you?
Come on, do I seem like the type to do that?
Maybe.
No, I just had a couple of questions about the bows. We're done now, so I thought I'd come and tell you.
The bows? Is something wrong with them?
Lots of them have come in for repairs lately, so I switched out some of the strings for stronger ones. They've been breaking less, but now they're harder to draw.
Ah, I see. I suppose people would prefer if you went back to the lighter bowstrings.
Maybe. If the only issue was the draw weight, I'd just tell people to get stronger arms.
Okay.
But the real problem is that you can't shoot as fast. The arrows also fly too far now.
I can see how slower shooting is a drawback, but the arrows flying farther, that actually sounds like a good thing.
Sure, on open plains, but up close you lose accuracy. That's why I thought it might be good to use different bowstrings for different scenarios. I wanted the professor's opinion about that.
Alright.
Oh, good point. You know a lot about bows, don't you?
Yes, I do. I grew up in a hunting village, so I've been around them my whole life.
That explains it.
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily better than anyone, but at least I know what I'm doing. And you? Do you have something you're really good at?
Me?
Oh boy,
Oh, no.
that's the question.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure you'll find your thing someday.
I hope so.
Okay. One more support.
Why do I have to organize the library?
I did not know the library was in the woods, though.
I'll get in trouble if it's not done, and I can't think of anyone who'd do it for me. Since no one else is around, though, time for a little break. What are those sounds? Ha! Yeah! Leone, always at it. How exhausting that must be. What's this?
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
If you leave it lying on the ground, people will think it's trash.
Wow.
I usually wear it around my neck, but I put it down while I'm training so I don't get sweat all over it.
Well, people won't know that, will they? You should have just left it in your room.
It's a good luck charm. If I don't keep it close by, then what's the point?
How stubborn of you. I will say it looks to be a very well-loved charm.
Captain Gerald gave it to me when I was a kid.
Yeah, the good old Captain Gerald.
If it's that important to you, you should wash it. Then again, I suppose it is made of wood. Have you considered coating it with resin? That would preserve it nicely. You could even accessorize it, make it look cute.
Thanks, but Captain Gerald made it especially for me. I'd really rather keep it just as it is.
Well, if that's how you feel, I won't argue with you. Me personally, I'd choose a cute necklace over a dirty old charm any day.
I'm sure you would.
So like, I know about you.
But Captain Gerald didn't treat me as some young girl. He treated me like a person who mattered. I don't want to forget his teachings, so I'm going to keep this charm just the way it is.
Oh, what do you know?
Oh boy, I lost the points. That's why she didn't make that bit. Because out in and on there was the points. Jeez. Well, I ended up seeing and like the little cutscene at the beginning, but other than that, okay. Now that that's all over, we can actually do some stuff in the monastery. Okay. So let's see if I can upgrade anyone. Can I upgrade you? No, yeah, that gives 0%. No, cannot. I think you upgraded him to his next sword class, so I think he's there, right? Let me see. Yeah, I did that right. Okay. Let's see about you. I know you don't have enough, but can you be a better archer? I don't want you to be an Elmwood person. You really don't care about. I give up on you. No, I just made him soldiers, and he's not high enough level yet, right? Yeah, still need 2 more levels. Same with you. You though, I think you could do the advance. Okay, so I can do it, but it's only 66% chance. I think I'll hold on and trying to make it higher until the thing at least goes up to maybe 80, 79, something like that. Okay, so she can do sword user 100%. I like how it's a magic user. Wait, I think I already have Rose one, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm actually good. You though. Do you got anything that could transform you into this class? Okay, wait, what is it? No, but the always just slows them down. I don't want them to be too slow. That's the problem. Yeah, I can do this. Study!
All that hard work's paid off.
Okay, and everyone else I'll hold off on. Okay, so now let's actually start exploring.
I do not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. It is a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same? And yet, it feels familiar. As though pulled from a corner of my memory. From a time long ago. I simply cannot fathom it.
Yeah, I forgot that we passed out at the very beginning of this. Okay, let's actually do some stuff.
Need something, Professor? I was just asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
You didn't waste no time on doing that.
This is my first time working with the Gerald. The legend.
Not my first time. I worked with them in the very first mission.
That means I have to try my absolute hardest.
Okay, let's see what your mission is. And if anyone's even good at it. You are, but you're under-leveled. You know what? I'll use you. You're higher leveled. I don't know if this is fair or not, but we're gonna do it anyway.
I won't hold back.
Yeah, teacher, beat up the students. Or just random knights, I guess.
Wait. Can't hold me back.
Alright.
I won't hold back.
Where's my health at? Oh, it's fine. I mean,
Where do I start?
oh jeez.
Fighting is what I do.
I wonder if this is actually fair of using the teachers, but whatever.
I'll never back down.
Woohoo! Good job! Yeah! Totally fair! It's a great, Professor. You helped someone who's professionally trained to beat up random knights. Yep.
Hey there.
Best teacher ever.
Okay.
Can before I talk to Booney, I think I could get a beer ink with her soon. I need to buy some gifts. I don't care.
Hey, I know you figure medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine.
That makes
That's
sense to me.
obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy. Stuff like that. Hello, Professor. I know that look in your eye. You want to ask me a favor. You want me to help out with your class, right?
Oh, wait, I can do that?
You just say the word, and I'll help however I can.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. You're just starting out as a teacher, right?
And yeah, I'm better than you.
It's only natural for those of us with more experience to help the younger generation.
I'm getting more professors than I am students. First student I even got was Flynn, and I didn't even count that because it's like an automatic get. Hey. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's buy some gifties for some peoplies. Basically, students that I want on my team because yeah, that's what I unlocked last time.
Hello there.
Okay, yeah, I can buy all this, but no.
This one, yes? I thank you. 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 This one, yes? I thank you.
Alright, do the gifts, so...
Return soon, please.
I think if I at least give her 3, 4, maybe 5, she could join.
No.
Good thing she's always in the same spot.
What is it? Sorry, I've got a cold. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. That should be good. See, which I think I still have another one that has a beast of fruit. Oh, wait, there she is. Top.
I am so
What's up,
happy to be
Blaine?
part of your class, Professor. I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily basis like this. It reminds me of when I was a child. That was so very long ago now. Oh, I mean very, 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 very long ago.
Uh-huh. She's like 85 years old. Oh, wait, there.
The librarian is always out and about these days. And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed. Ugh, now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He'd better come. Thank you so much. Thank you so I love it!
Thank you so much.
Great. That worked out. I think. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. I'll find out soon.
That's so.
Okay, let's go have lunch.
Perhaps. They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Oh yeah, before I even end the day there, I want to talk to that professor. Okay, I need to get some of my students up for some support. So you get up there, support. Yeah, I don't want to bother with you. None of you are my students. Can you get their support?
That looks delicious. It's kind of nice to break bread with you. Got any interesting stories to tell while we eat?
There you go. And let me go support more with. Okay, you're good. You're good. Lane, get up there. You know what? I mean, wait. You know what? I'm actually practicing move for her, so you get it in here with lunch.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you...
I knew because you had a little air on your head that points up that says you liked it. And now let's go cook it for someone. I think Bunny likes to cook. So that'd be good. Here she is. There we go.
Sounds fun. Let me show you my cooking talent.
Yeah, you show me.
A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking!
How? Fine. You're supposed to show me, but I'm not supposed to look. That makes no sense. Okay. And let me go talk to the other professor.
Hey there.
Amiibo Gazebo. Where would he be at?
Oh.
Hello? How'd you get teleport there? Teleport to the wrong place, didn't I? Yep. That's close enough. Who's over here?
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life...
Oh, it's you. Don't give at you. No, I'm not taking you to tea. Get out of here. Should be in one of these rooms up here, so... No? In here? Ooh.
The knights go out from Garreg Mach to take on all kinds of I'd sure like a job like that. Then again, I don't know. Serving Lady Rhea here is pretty good.
Huh. Not in here. Up.
something Gerald just told me. Remire Village is in a bad way, right?
Yeah, I've heard.
The situation there is worrying, yes. But tell me, how was your vertigo?
Are you not feeling okay? You should get some rest.
I'm fine.
If you must go to the village, make sure you're in good health before we depart.
Right. Oh, I talked to her, not him. So,
Professor!
teach me the ways of. Actually, don't teach me the sword. God darn it. Wait, that pass him.
Hey,
I see that he's in this area. I don't think I passed him, did I? Maybe he's up ahead here?
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary? I thought you might. Traveling the world, just you and Gerald. How lovely it must have been. It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order. Was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then. How May I ask a favor of you?
Yeah, sure, I probably won't be able to do it, but I'll just take it. Okay, yeah, you could teach me the ways of the sword. Okay, who the heck is he? It says that he's here. In this area.
Well...
Give it one more sweep, and if I don't find them, then I guess I don't. Because I'd rather get all the professors in this. Maybe he was in the library and I just missed him?
Even if I spend all of my time rummaging through this library, there's a limit to the knowledge that can be gained. Apparently, it only contains books whose contents have been deemed appropriate by the church. If only Tomas were around. I bet he has some interesting stories he could regale us with.
If only.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe he's on the low floors. I checked every room, so. Wait, actually I missed. Maybe he's down this way?
Really?
He's not in the empty hole.
Hey,
I found him.
I wonder how Remire Village is.
We found you.
Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the queen consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss.
Wow, that's terrible.
The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman. the fair Lady Cornelia.
Actually, he's not even in here. God darn it.
After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
Join me!
What's up, Professor? You need something from me? Hey, I got a girl waiting.
Fine, don't join me.
Well,
This is really bugging me because I can't find them. It's probably like in the open too, and I'm like, where is he? Not you two. I can get checked downstairs. If he's not down there, then whatever. Ooh. Let me see. When we go through this door, as it loads.
A moment, please.
So maybe down here.
oh,
He's on the other side? I seriously don't know. This is bugging me. Maybe he's never checked the left.
well.
Nope, not near. He is in here, right? I am looking at. I have not been looking. Oops. That's who it was. I was looking in the wrong place this whole entire time.
Professor.
What do you guys say?
Professor, you seem unwell. How are you faring? If you're not feeling well, I'd strongly recommend some rest.
I need a favor.
Sure, whatever.
Let me consider. Professor, tell me, is this about Ramire? There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday. Knights have been dispatched, yet The underlying cause is as yet unclear, and the most anyone can do is stand back and watch. It is most distressing. Professor, what do you think about all this? If it were indeed a disease, why would it only affect the villagers and not infect the knights stationed there?
Ah, he can join me.
I thought we might
But
make
you
it through
can.
last month in peace. But no, another incident just had to arise, didn't it? If only this debacle had to do with crests, why, I'd have gone and dealt with it in an instant. Professor, I've been watching your class activities, and I wondered if you might desire my help. Just say the word, and I'll pitch in. Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your crest.
Whatever.
Feel free to call on me anytime, and then you can help out.
Yeah,
my
taking everyone's teachers away. Woo!
I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
Not gonna end the day. Okay, who can? Okay, yeah, I forgot to get your support up. I forgot to get pretty much everyone's support up. But Marianne, you go on mobile. Yeah, your books. Yeah, your books. You have an A in that. I need to upgrade you. Let's get that spear up.
Oh. I would like to...
Everyone, loon!
Professor. Excuse me, Professor. May I have a moment of your time?
Obviously, because you took me here.
Ah, wonderful. I was hoping you might enlighten me. About yourself, that is. You see, I happen to be quite curious about you.
Seems like everyone is.
Well, because there is something different about you. I could not help but notice when first we met. I am intrigued, to say the least. I find it rather difficult to put into words. Were I to wax poetic, I would say you remind me of the sea.
What?
Have you ever been, Professor?
Remind me of the sea.
The sea is vast, boundless. On the surface, all seems still. Yet beneath that stillness, it is unfathomably deep. Within, it teems with life. Yet without, one is lucky to glimpse a fleeting shadow. And yet, all one must do is cast a line to grasp hold of all that life. You cannot see it at a glance, but it is there all the same.
Okay.
About fish, of course. Oh, bother. I got sidetracked, didn't I?
Yep.
Right. About the sea. During a storm, the once calm waters become mighty enough to overturn even the vastest ships.
Okay.
Not unlike you. You are calm. You carry yourself with poise. Yet you wield great power. My brother was uncertain of you at first. He once referred to you as a youth of... dubious. Oh, but please do not think ill of him. He is incredibly dedicated to his work. So surely you'll understand why he would have doubts about one of whom he knows so little.
Nope.
Nobody even seems to know your age. Incidentally, how old are you? Aha! I suspect that if you choose not to say, you must be quite young. Looking at you, it is quite difficult for me to determine. I wonder... Could you be... Who? Me? Well, I am roughly the same age as the other youths.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Be that as it may, it is simply not the case.
Change
by the way,
topic.
You should know I had actually been considering enrolling in the academy for a while.
Uh-huh.
I have endured hard times, but I am so grateful that those very experiences led to my acceptance at the academy. Oh, my apologies. I am sure you have much work to do. I will not keep you any longer. We must speak again sometime, if that would be all right.
It won't be.
Have a lovely day.
Hello, Professor. Do you have a moment? Well, I have this book of battle tactics that I borrowed from one of the knights.
Okay.
There's one part that I just don't understand. Do you think you could explain it to me? Great. Thank you so much. It's about this diagram here. I don't get why the knights are grouping up in that forest there. I just can't see the advantage to a formation like that. Yay! I finally
Explain
did it!
all off
You
screen.
really are a great teacher. I knew asking you was the right idea. I just love learning new things. That's why I came to the Officers Academy. I want to learn magic, battle tactics, martial arts, and, well, all kinds of stuff. I'm learning more now than I have in my whole entire life. Speaking of, I'd better go visit the library for some research before magic practice, which is just before sword training. That's just not possible. I always find it's more tiring to laze around doing nothing.
That's true.
I've never been any good at that. I have to have something to do. Like, on my days off, I need to get up early and take care of the cleaning first, or I just can't relax. You know what I... But a day without accomplishments is completely wasted.
Is it?
Not to mention... Oh, wait. Oh, no. I was supposed to be on cooking duty today. I completely forgot. Sorry, Professor, but I have to run. Thanks again for your help.
You're welcome, I guess?
Who put this stupid barrel here?
I did. Oh, I thought I had B rank with her. Guess not. I thought I had C rank. Okay, whatever. Guess I can give them more gifts.
There. It's over.
Yeah, I've got this down.
I'm beginning to understand.
Got a grasp on this.
Oh yeah! Getting the hang of it.
Alright. We do battle.
Ah, perfection. Oh, these tea leaves are just divine. Quite the impressive selection, if I do say so myself.
Lawrence, so this is where you are.
Hello, Cyril. Lured here by the exquisite aroma, were you?
No.
Why is there support
I've got a
before
thing
this
for it.
battle?
It's a letter. Alright, well, don't say I didn't deliver it.
A letter for me, is it? Curious. Let's see what we have here. Hello, Professor. It is a rare correspondence from my father, as it happens. Some difficulty with Acheron, apparently. My father wishes me to return home and settle it. A young lord whose domain borders my father's. Do you know of the Great Bridge of Myrden? It is an old bridge across the Aramid River, a key crossing between Alliance and Empire territory. Acheron controls the land on the northern side. Controlling such an essential location gives him quite a bit of clout, which he is ever so eager to deploy toward the purpose of stirring up trouble. This time, he is dredging up an old border dispute that was supposed to be settled some time ago. He has even begun to dispatch military force. It is best we rout his troops before they cause any damage to the surrounding villages.
Alright.
To my father, Acheron is insignificant in the face of far more pressing political matters. Other houses wield far greater power and influence. Goneril, Cordelia, Edmund, and of course Regan. To make his voice heard at the Round Table conferences, my father must keep up relations with them. That is simply the way the Leicester Alliance works. It was, after all, founded with the goal of freedom from Fargus. We prize that independence highly, even if it occasionally hinders cooperation. There is often talk of mutual aid, but the truth is that each noble acts to maximize personal benefit.
Okay.
At the moment, the Regan dukedom is in no state to keep those conflicting motivations in check. So while the Alliance may appear to be at peace, the reality is that internal conflict is a routine matter. Of course, this leaves me precious little time to sit back and enjoy a cup of tea. Alas. Since you're here, perhaps you would care to accompany me on this little errand? I have no fear of Acheron, but it could be valuable for you to experience these political nuances firsthand. The fate of the Alliance will someday rest upon my shoulders, so it is important to me that those I deal with understand its workings. What say you to broadening your horizons? Excellent! Let us be away at once. I shall leave the finer details of preparation in your capable hands.
Okay, fine. Do that to me. Okay, let me look at. How many people can I take pretty much all of them. Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna actually switch this. There we go. Because I want her to level up, but she's not strong enough as of right now to level up on her own. So there's a river. Wow, there's actually a lot of enemies here.
Far more enemies than I expected. I am glad